I'm Miss Megan. I'm a youth services librarian at the Johnson Public Library, and welcome to Wacky Wednesday. Each Wednesday at 1 o'clock, we'll be posting a video or a recipe of things that you can do right at home with things you can find at home. I also want to mention, if you hear some construction noise, it's because we are renovating our bathrooms, and so there might be some interruptions as we go. So today we are making Play-Doh, and this is a no-cook Play-Doh recipe, so it's great for all ages. What you'll need is 1 cup of flour, a half a cup of salt, 1.5 tablespoons of oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. I'm using canola oil today. A half a cup to a cup of water. You'll add as you need it. And food coloring. If you don't happen to have food coloring at home, that's perfectly fine. You can use paint or you can just leave your Play-Doh white. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to grab our 1 cup of flour, which I've already measured here, and add it to a bowl. Then we're going to add 1/2 cup, so just a half cup of salt into our flour as well. I'm going to grab a spoon or a fork. Looks like I just have a fork today. And just mix that up. Make sure it's nice and incorporated. Then I'm going to take my blue food coloring and add it to my water. I'm going to use a few drops since I might not use all of this water. And we're going to mix it up. So you can kind of see it looks a little purple because of the blue and the red, but it is mixed up. Then we're going to add our 1 tablespoon of oil and another half tablespoon of oil. And we're going to mix that up. And it won't do much, but mix it up with the flour and the salt mixture. And then we are going to slowly add our water, using between a half a cup and a cup of water, just depending on the consistency and how you measured your flour and your salt. So I'm going to start with about a half a cup and mix that in. Wish you could see it is a cool light blue color. And mine is still kind of runny, so I'm just going to keep mixing it up, incorporating all of the flour and the salt. When it gets to a point where it's all kind of come together, you can use your hands to knead it. And I'm kind of getting to that point. This is going to be a light blue. I may add a few more drops of food coloring straight to the Play-Doh, but be mindful it may stain your hands. I've done this before and it is not always the prettiest thing because then my hands will turn blue for a few days as it doesn't come out nice and evenly. So now that it's incorporated, I'm going to pull it out of our bowl. If you need a little extra flour, feel free to add some flour so it's not so sticky. And I'm just going to knead it. And it looked like about that half cup of water was a perfect amount. It's not sticking to my hands. It's not really sticking to the counter either. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little more color, just so I can get a deeper blue out of my Play-Doh. And I'm just going to knead it in. Again, your hands will turn colors if you add the color at this step of the Play-Doh, but I won't be going anywhere and I'll be washing my hands quite a bit over the next few days. So I'm not too worried about the color transferring to my hands. And this is all you do. So that took maybe about 5 minutes to create. And then now you have kind of shelf-stable Play-Doh. You can store it in a Ziploc container or a Ziploc baggie. If you want to throw it in the fridge to make it last a little longer, you can do that too. You can make multiple batches of all different colors and create with it. But this is just a simple recipe that you can do with items that you can find at home. And it only takes about 5 minutes to do. So post your creations, post pictures of the Play-Doh that you created on our Facebook page. This video will be posted on our YouTube and Facebook and will live there. Recipes are down in the comments and on our YouTube page, and I'll post the recipe on our Facebook page as well. Thank you for joining us for Wacky Wednesday. I will see you next week on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Thank you. Bye.